Good evening and welcome, everybody. Tonight, I'd like to talk to you guys about something that I find very serious, something that I know a lot of you probably don't have a ton of experience with, or if you do, you're probably doing it wrong. Today, we're going to talk about the fundamentals of sitting in a chair, which I know sounds like a very complex, difficult issue, but after tonight, I promise each and every one of you will be sitting down flawlessly and you'll be able to sit your pooch right on down like there is no tomorrow. Because sitting doesn't have to be hard. A lot of people make it more complicated than it needs to be. A lot of people have doubts in their abilities in doing it, and whatever it may be. But after tonight, you guys are going to have it down. So let's get to sitting. First and foremost, I want to go over some of the misconceptions with sitting and kind of the do's and don'ts. But right now, we're going to talk about the don'ts. A lot of people will come and do kind of a real cool, one leg over the arm. It's not right. Every now and again, you'll have Mr. Joe Cool who will just go and, grab it, straddle on over. It's also not right. And every now and again, you got your yahoos who will go and just do like a horizontal kind of, whatever this is. It's incorrect for a lot of reasons, but not only the people who just want to be extra and want to go above and beyond with their theatrics. A lot of people will do a slate or lazy, sluggish. They'll, lean back in their chair like this, or they'll come on in, just they have their whole back just not working for them. And that really is a big issue. So now that I've talked to you guys about the don'ts of sitting, let's get into some of the do's and kind of how you can improve the way that you sit and improve your posture. First thing that I want to talk about is you want to go and you want to take your hips all the way to the back of the chair. That's going to be most important to get that real good support between your butt and your back. You want it all the way back there so you can get a nice firm grip sitting in your chair. Next up, the second most important thing is your shoulders and your back. Now that your butt is sitting against the back of the chair, you want to take your shoulders and your back right up with them. You want to have this L right here because that's going to give you the best posture and the most effective sit in your chair. Now, as you're sitting here, you can kind of play around with it a little bit. Once you have the fundamentals down, you can kind of start to go a little crazy with it. You can kind of get a little lean in there, maybe a one arm over, maybe even bring this leg up. Kind of pondering. There are a lot of different variations to sitting in the chair that you can start to do, but I would definitely not recommend it just yet. I would definitely, I was about to do the wrong thing right there. I would definitely recommend that you get those fundamentals down, hips back, shoulders up, perfect posture. As you can see, I'm ready to work, listen, watch, whatever it may be. Now, where you can start to get some issues is, there are multiple chairs out there. There are a bunch of different chairs. We're mainly going to talk about your standard wood, 4-leg, 1-back chair. But another one that I do want to kind of bring in and talk to a little bit is your office chairs, because this is where we get a little more complicated. Now, with your standard office chair, there are a few things that you want to make sure of. Now, with the chair, a lot of them will come and have the ability to lean back, which is very nice. It looks cool, you can come back chilling, very counterculture, against the rules, but it's not really going to do you any good. So the proper way when you're dealing with these office chairs is to, one, have your back locked in to where you can't lean back, you're up here, ready to go to work. Now, one of the most important things is, one, you have to deal with the height of the chair. Most chairs will go down and they will go up. The best rule of thumb is to take your feet, put them on the floor, and then bring the chair down to, like we had said before, that perfect 90-degree angle to where you're sitting there, both your feet are planted on the floor, you are ready to rock and roll. Now, as we said before, there are a lot of variations to the chair sit, and there are a lot of ways that you can make it your own, do whatever, but the main point is efficiency. All of us sit in a chair, we all do it every day. If you're going to do it, you got to do it right, So in conclusion, we sit in chairs almost our entire day. If we're not standing, we're sitting. So if you're going to be sitting for all of that time, you might as well do it right. You might as well not look like a Yahoo, look like you know what you're doing, look like you've been sitting for a little while. Head straight, hips back, back up, and really commit to it, because we do it all the time, people. And you know, if you don't get the fundamentals down, you're just going to be doing it wrong your whole life. And that is how you sit in a chair.